Hey everybody, it's Kim here. Just wanted to come to you for a few minutes this evening. Just out for a little walk here. I'll try not to make you sick with all the turning and the camera moving around. And just out for a little walk here in my home area. Little park that's down here by the river. It's absolutely a beautiful spot. And you can see the river behind me some. And then I'll just kind of turn here slowly so you can kind of get an idea of what we have here. So this is a waterfront area where I live. There's docks and there's paddle boats and all kinds of things over there. There's like a marina and everything, but it's a gorgeous place. Tonight I just decided to come down and take a few pictures. There were supposed to be some nice clouds, but they didn't last great. But as I was walking along here, it's funny how God will just kind of speak to you about things when you're by yourself and you're just kind of out for a walk or whatever. And tonight I was just thinking how quickly that season came to an end. You know, here in New Brunswick we have 4 very distinct seasons, and I know some people, you know, some places it's kind of warm all year, or it's cold all year, or it's kind of like either warm or cold. But we here in New Brunswick have 4 very distinct seasons, and there are signs that the season is ending and that a new season is starting, and they're very specific signs. And I have found that no matter how long I want that season of summer to stick around, it's inevitable about the last week of August, first week of September, that I'll start to see a change in the foliage. I'll start to see more oranges and yellows and stuff as the smaller trees specifically start to turn their foliage before they're going to shed their leaves. And you know, it's kind of like that in our lives, except sometimes we don't really recognize that the season is ending, and then all of a sudden we realize that it is. And what I have found about that is that there's nothing I can do to stop it. Doesn't matter how hot August was, doesn't matter how blue the sky was, doesn't matter how beautiful and lush everything was. Come the end of August, that season is going to change. The air is going to get a little bit crisper. A week or 2 ago I was down here wearing a sleeveless shirt and it was like, whew. And now tonight it's just like chilly. Like I have a jean jacket on and I'm chilly. It's chilly down here by the water. So the season's changing. I have no choice but to embrace the next season. But I find that I can choose how I go into that season. There's a preparation that we can make for each season. For me, we start to reach into our closet and pull out these big bins full of our coats and warmer stuff, you know, stuff that's a little bit more adaptable to the air here and to the climate that we now find ourselves in. But regardless of whether I ever adapt to that season, it's coming. And one of the things that I've asked the Lord, because you know where I'm probably going with this, is to help me when you're changing my season. When the season that I'm in, I might love everything I'm doing, but suddenly you're thrusting me into something different, something that maybe I don't love as much, maybe something that I'm not sure about, or I don't feel that I'm equipped for. But help me, God, whatever I do, to not fight it. See, I tend to be a fighter when I don't want to move forward, or when I'm, you know, scared, or when I'm just not feeling equipped for something. I tend to drag my feet. I probably dig my feet in, actually, and I shall not be moved, kind of thing, because I want to resist that thing which seems harder, which seems to take more work, which seems to be unfamiliar to me. But I found that I really have no option, because that season's going to come. And I have a choice of whether to make myself ready, to prepare myself or not. And that's the way it is in my life and in your life. I think anybody who's in ministry, anybody who's just really following the Lord, is that we can feel things changing sometimes. And if we're sensitive to the Spirit, He'll show us what we need to do. He'll prepare us for it. Now, there are times when you're just simply thrust into something that you just simply weren't expecting. But a lot of times God is dropping little hints here and there that something's changing. Sometimes it's just as much as not being comfortable where you are anymore. Sometimes it's just a sense in your spirit that things are evolving. Things are, you know, there's mosquitoes. Things are, you know, changing. And I urge you to embrace the change.